While fans were glued to the explosive back and forth between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, a quieter force was moving with deadly precision. Pusha T, no theatrics, no interviews, just moves. And now, the war has escalated, because what looked like a two-man clash is now a three-headed war. And Pusha isn't just a guest fighter, he might be the most dangerous one in the ring. This isn't new for Push. In 2018, he exposed Drake's hidden son, but this time, his sights are set even higher. Behind the scenes, he's been orchestrating something far bigger, a full-scale return with CLIPSE, a rollout sharpened like a blade, and perfectly timed to collide with Lil Wayne's Thought Carter 6. Why now? Because the industry is vulnerable, authenticity is fading, and Pusha knows it. His lead single didn't just drop, it landed like a warning shot, praised by critics while Wayne's track stumbled. This isn't coincidence, it's warfare by design. And Kendrick, he's not just co-signing this moment, he's standing beside it. Together, they're reshaping the landscape. This isn't just beef, it's a message. The real MCs are back, and no one is safe. Lil Wayne was supposed to reclaim his throne. The Carter 6 was billed as his triumphant return, a moment to remind the world why he once ran the game. But instead of a bold comeback, what fans got felt off. The rollout lacked focus, the teaser tracks were forgettable, and even Wayne's diehard supporters were left confused by auto-tune heavy verses and disjointed energy. One of hip-hop's most iconic series was starting to feel like a shadow of its former self. Meanwhile, Pusha T wasn't just watching, he was calculating. He waited, he timed, and just as Wayne dropped his collaboration tape with Manny Fresh, Pusha fired back with a single that dominated headlines. Critics praised its flawless structure, elite lyricism, and vintage CLIPSE energy. The contrast couldn't have been louder. Wayne's camp pushed nostalgia, Pusha pushed precision, and in that moment, the tide began to turn. Fans didn't just notice, they chose. The buzz around the Carter 6 dimmed. The streets started whispering, is Wayne slipping? Pusha didn't need to say it. He let the timing, the bars, and the silence speak. Because this isn't just about rap, it's about who the game belongs to now. There was a time when Lil Wayne's name was untouchable, mixtape legend, hitmaker, cultural titan, but time has a way of revealing cracks, and Pusha T has waited over a decade to expose them. This isn't the same Wayne who dominated the 2000s. The hunger feels faded, the execution scattered, and while Wayne relies on big-name features and pop culture moments, Pusha is going for the jugular, alone, focused, and fearless. What makes this moment so dangerous is Pusha's patience. He didn't rush back into the spotlight, he studied the game, held on to his album for nearly a year, watched the industry grow complacent, and then he struck. A new distribution deal with Roc Nation, a flawless lead single, and a CLIPSE comeback that arrived with military precision, all dropped just as Thought Carter 6 crept toward its release. Coincidence? Not a chance. Pusha isn't chasing streams, he's chasing finality. This is about cementing dominance, not coexisting. And when Kendrick Lamar's diss track shook the culture, Pusha aligned himself with that energy, adding fuel to a fire already blazing. Wayne may have the legacy, but Pusha T has the momentum, and in hip-hop, momentum wins wars. This isn't a rap comeback, it's a masterclass in strategic warfare. Pusha T isn't just releasing music, he's orchestrating moments. Every bar, every beat, every drop is calculated. And right now, he's positioning himself not just as an elite MC, but as the last tactician in a game overrun with randomness. Look at the moves. While Lil Wayne teased his album with scattered energy, Pusha dropped a track that critics are already calling one of the year's best. While Wayne leaned on nostalgia and pop features, Miley Cyrus, MGK, a Billie Eilish sample, Pusha brought Pharrell, Malice, and a rumored guest list that reads like a Hall of Fame. Kendrick, Jay-Z, Nas, no gimmicks, just greatness. Even Wayne's rollout feels accidental. The album cover? Fan art. The interviews? Disjointed. Meanwhile, Pusha's campaign feels surgical, rooted in intent, and driven by a desire to expose not just Wayne's vulnerability, but the entire industry's. If Kendrick lit the match with his war against Drake, Pusha T is now burning down what's left of the illusion. This isn't ego, it's mission, and the message is clear, only the sharpest survive. For Pusha T, this isn't just about winning, it's about settling scores that never truly closed. And at the center of it all, a rivalry that's been simmering for over a decade. Pusha T versus Lil Wayne, what started as subtle jabs and industry whispers, has now evolved into a full-blown collision, one that Pusha seems determined to end with finality. Back on Infrared, Pusha called Wayne a multi-platinum artist, stuck in a cycle, unable to walk away. At the time, it sounded like a clever line. Today, it feels prophetic, with Thar Carter 6 struggling to gain traction, and Wayne's promotional efforts appearing scattered and unfocused. Pusha's old warning is now a mirror, reflecting Wayne's current creative state with haunting accuracy. But Push isn't just throwing shots, he's redefining the rules. In an industry where beef is often theatrical, he's bringing precision. Where others chase trends, he doubles down on authenticity, and with every move, he's exposing the divide between those who evolve with mastery and those who coast on legacy. Pusha isn't here for headlines, he's here for closure, and when this chapter ends, one thing will be undeniable: only one of them still belongs at the top. Just when it seemed the war had enough players, Kanye West stepped into the crossfire, but not as an ally. Once a close collaborator and producer behind some of Pusha T's greatest work, Yo has now turned his aim toward his former protege, lashing out with erratic rants and accusations. He called Pusha a fake tough guy, accused him of using their bond to go at Drake, and reignited old wounds that many assumed had healed. But Push didn't flinch. Instead of matching Ye's chaos with chaos, he responded with calm precision, not on social media, but through a surgical verse on the new CLIPSE track. Look at them, him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. The line wasn't just a diss, it was a dismissal. A cutting jab cloaked in control, signaling that while Kanye spirals, Pusha is rising. This isn't about emotion anymore, it's about positioning. Pusha T is showing that even past mentors aren't immune if they stand in his way. And while Kanye clings to controversy, Push clings to craft unmoved, unbothered, and unmatched. It's not personal, it's poetic, and it proves one thing: Pusha T never needed Kanye to make noise. This isn't just a one-on-one, it's a lyrical multi-front war, and Pusha T is aiming at everyone who ever doubted him. Drake, already dismantled. Lil Wayne, being outpaced and outplanned. Kanye, dismissed with surgical bars. And now, Jim Jones enters the crosshairs. Their tension started subtly, but when Jones questioned Pusha's relevance and lyrical rank, Push responded the only way he knows how, with bars that cut deeper than interviews ever could. At a Louis Vuitton show, Pusha previewed lyrics laced with intent, crafted specifically for Jim. That wasn't a flex, that was a warning, and fans already know when Pusha previews a diss in public, what's coming next is devastating. But this isn't about petty ego, it's about clearing the table. Pusha isn't just fighting for dominance, he's setting a new standard. No clout chasing, no viral antics, just elite penmanship and old school pressure applied in a new era battlefield. This campaign isn't reactionary, it's designed, and every new diss, every new feature, every subtle bar is part of a broader mission to remind rap what real lyrical warfare looks like. Because in a genre full of noise, Pusha's silence between verses says the most. When CLIPSE returned, Pusha T and his brother Malice, backed by Pharrell, it wasn't just a nostalgic moment, it was a power move, a statement that the elite era of rap isn't over, it's evolving, and the architects are back to finish what they started. In a time where most rappers fade or chase trends, CLIPSE came back with precision, purpose, and a sound so refined it demanded respect. And the timing? Impeccable. While Lil Wayne scrambles to recapture magic, CLIPSE steps into the void with a masterfully crafted project, rumored to feature Kendrick, Jay-Z, and Nas. This isn't a mixtape for CLIPSE, it's a carefully curated body of work designed to reshape the genre's competitive core. Pharrell's production isn't just nostalgic, it's surgical. Every beat tailored to amplify Pusha and Malice's bars. Every line a reminder that longevity, when fused with hunger, is unbeatable. This reunion isn't about the past, it's about dominance. Now reminding the game that real legacy isn't just surviving decades, but continuing to raise the bar. And as the album buzz grows, one truth becomes clear. The legends didn't just return, they came to take the throne back. Pusha T isn't winging it. What we're witnessing is a meticulously engineered campaign, a blueprint crafted with the patience of a sniper and the precision of a general. Every move, every verse, every release has been timed to dismantle opponents in real time. This isn't just about music, it's about positioning. He waited for the right moment. He let Wayne announce the Carter 6, allowed the hype to build, then dropped a CLIPSE single that silenced the noise. He didn't follow trends. He set a narrative trap. One where Wayne's rollout looked disorganized and Pusha's looked flawless. One where Kanye spiraled and Pusha stayed cool, calculated, and dangerous. The plan? Let the competition reveal their weaknesses, then strike. Even Kendrick's war with Drake served as a backdrop for Pusha's return, aligning himself with the last real lyrical king left standing. Together, they're redefining what real rap power looks like in 2025. And while other artists chase attention, Pusha's building a legacy that can't be touched. Because this isn't a sprint, it's a chessboard, and every move Push makes reminds the culture of one undeniable truth. Power isn't just taken, it's earned, bar by bar. Now the table is set, the distractions are cleared, and Pusha T's mission is nearing its final phase. Not just to compete, but to close the book on every rivalry, every doubt, every unfinished chapter. With the CLIPSE album on the horizon and Thaw Carter 6 already fading in momentum, the spotlight is shifting, and it's not by accident. This isn't just about surpassing Lil Wayne, it's about securing the crown in an era full of noise. While Wayne leans on features and nostalgia, Push leans on execution. His rollout hasn't missed a beat. His verses carry the weight of a veteran with nothing to prove but everything to finish. He's not chasing charts, he's chasing legacy, and if this next album delivers the way insiders and fans expect, it won't just be the best project of the year, it will be the final move in a war Push has been planning for years. With elite features, razor-sharp lyricism, and unmatched focus, Pusha T is redefining what it means to be timeless, and if the Carter 6 falters, that'll be the nail in the coffin. Because in this era of rap, precision wins, and Push is playing to end it. This isn't just a moment in hip-hop history, it's a turning point. Pusha T has proven that true dominance isn't loud, it's deliberate. While others scramble for headlines, he's been building a legacy brick by brick, verse by verse. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just cold strategy and razor-sharp bars. He didn't just enter the rap war of the decade, he rewrote its rules, outmaneuvered Lil Wayne, outclassed Kanye, and positioned himself shoulder to shoulder with Kendrick Lamar as a guardian of rap's highest standards. Where so many artists have faded into irrelevance or diluted their sound for trends, Pusha T stands unshaken, reminding the culture that excellence is still the ultimate currency. The CLIPSE reunion isn't nostalgia, it's a warning shot. His bars aren't disses, they're declarations. And as this chapter unfolds, one truth echoes louder than ever. Longevity without evolution means nothing, but evolution with intent? That's how legends are crowned. Pusha T isn't just still here, he's ahead. What we're witnessing isn't chaos, it's control. Pusha T has turned hip-hop's loudest moment into his quietest takeover. While Kendrick shattered the surface with shockwaves, Pusha moved underneath, laying the groundwork for something far more lasting, a shift in power built on precision, not popularity. He didn't need to flood the timeline. He let everyone talk, then dropped a single that silenced them. He didn't rant online. He responded in bars with clarity, intent, and weight. And now the final picture is clear. Pusha T isn't just playing the game, he's rewriting the end game. A veteran unbothered by clout, a tactician who understands that timing, craftsmanship, and conviction still matter. In an era where attention is currency, Pusha T invested in something rarer, respect. So whether it's Wayne, Kanye, Drake, or whoever steps next, they're no longer battling just a rapper. They're facing a legacy built on calculation, and if the album delivers what it promises, we won't be talking about a comeback. We'll be talking about a coronation. This isn't a response, it's the final word.